Here we go. So here's one of the really awesome things about our new omega-3 for those that have tried it. Maybe you haven't tried it yet, but the awesome thing is, as we can see, how important DHA and EPA are for not just for cardiovascular. A lot of times people think of it for their heart, but it's also crucial for cell membranes, for the brain, for your eyes. Plays a big role in cognition, vision, heart health, a number of different things, as well as reducing inflammation in the body. So it's a lot more than just helping out the cardiovascular system. It's also helping out your neurologic system, and as well as inflammation and a lot of other things. So I always go back to this with any product we have. That's awesome. Great. You have an awesome product, but what's the big deal with yours? You know, I found this other company that has a really good omega that has the same amounts of EPA and DHA as you. Oh, okay. Well, here's the big differentiator. There's a couple of differentiators. One of them is this. There is for those that have seen the FDA claim that we can make, that, you know, because of the amounts that we have in the new omega, we can now make the cardiovascular claims that it may help with, you know, cardiovascular health and reducing cardiovascular events. But then there's this huge like line underneath it, which basically completely discounts everything you just said in the statement, right? Like, but this has not been proven, blah, 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 blah. Big old lines. And you're like, why is that even in there? Well, this is why. When regulators have gone in or even labs have gone in and pulled omegas off the shelf, what they found of the top 16 fish oil supplements, 82% of them do not contain the amounts of EPA and DHA in their actual product that the bottle says it does. That's why there's that caveat from the FDA, because the FDA knows, although yes, EPA and DHA can have this benefit, a good number of the products on the market are not, do not really have that amount that they're claiming to have. And so big thing with doTERRA is we strive to have clean quality and really good products. And so that's nothing you have to worry about with doTERRA, but that's just one little differentiator. The big differentiator is, once again, the wild orange that was put into this product. And when we did this wild orange, I'm going to see if it's on here. It is perfect. So here's the big difference. We tested this new omega with and without wild orange. And a couple of things. Obviously, we knew there's going to be cardiovascular, great results with, you know, with heart health. But a couple of things that were a little surprising to me, to be candid, were these two findings we got back. One of them was we found with resting heart rate, a decrease in resting heart rate with the omega that had the wild orange as compared to the omega without the wild orange. The other one, which is even bigger, is this right here, diastolic blood pressure. We saw a decrease in diastolic blood pressure with the omega that had contained the wild orange essential oil. And for those that, well, what does that mean? Why is that such a big deal? Well, when you're dealing with, like, especially say somebody who's got hypertension, I've had a lot of patients that have had different issues like that with blood pressure. The diastolic number is the lower number. So when you see like 150 over 90, right? That's somebody with hypertension, high blood pressure. That top number, that 150, that actually is a much easier number to get to move when you're working with patients. But that lower number, that diastolic blood pressure, that is not as easy a number to get for a patient to lower, especially without, you know, if you get medication, obviously that can lower it pretty quickly. But just like right out the gate, trying to eat healthy and do some really good lifestyle changes and adding different supplements in, you can have those same effects, you know, over time. But to see it so quickly when taking the omega, that was an absolute home run. So big differentiating factor. That wild orange just enhances the cardiometabolic protection that this product gives.